American pastime.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
Arkansas, an outdoor paradise. People travel hundreds of miles to enjoy what, well, some of us take for granted. We aren't called the natural state without reason. With an abundance of rivers, lakes, and streams loaded with adventure. Scenic views that will take your breath away. Biking trails and back roads just begging to be discovered. Sit back and relax as Ray Tucker and longtime journalist Brian Hendricks explore our magnificent state with this week's edition of Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. Brought to you by Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
I don't think I have to tell anybody that it's cold outside and going to get colder. Welcome to Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, coming to you live from our Honda North Little Rock studios. In-house with us, Stuart Smith, State Coordinator for Big Rock Chapter of Quail Forever, and Ryan Parker, who is a biologist, and you are you're chapter president. You're state coordinator. Yes. I got it bass backwards here, man.
Are you promoting me?
I may have.
Are you taking him away from a job?
One of them is getting paid.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
Stuart is chapter and Ryan is chapter and verse.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever that means, okay. You guys always have a big banquet, and I told Brian we would start off with his trout fishing trip, but we're going to start off with you guys. I'm sorry, Brian. Always a very successful banquet. You got a new location. When's it coming up here?
It's coming up Saturday, February 28th, and it's going to be in our new location. I hope it's going to be our new permanent location at the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church off of Napa Valley. All right, and our doors open at 4:30.
And that's where they have the Greek festival. A lot of people are familiar with that. If they've been there and they don't know the name of the church, that's what it is.
There you go. And
all right.
It's a great facility.
So how important is this banquet and good attendance to you?
Well, first of all, this is our 10th annual banquet, so we're kind of trying to blow the door open for our 10th anniversary. And it's, as all banquets are very important, this is our fundraising banquet to give funds to Ryan Parker and his staff to keep putting habitat on the ground for quail and other small game. Right, Ryan? Go ahead, take it.
That's right. Yeah, we are excited to celebrate, 10 years of the Big Rock chapter. We're really playing a big role in the Little Rock community.
It's hard to, 10 years is a big milestone. When you think about how hard it is to start up an organization, to get support for an organization, to get that institutional momentum. 10 years is a big deal. You guys have a good cause to celebrate. Thank you.
We've worked hard over the years. We've had some ups and downs, and here over the last, I'd say 5 years, we've been really hitting the upside. We got recognized last year from the national, the mothership, as I call it, the Quail Forever, Pheasants Forever, as the Quail Forever Advocacy Chapter, National Advocacy Chapter, which really means we give a lot of money for the Legislative Action Fund. But, we got to have people in Washington to get with our congressmen and senators to pass habitat bills.
Ryan, pull that other microphone over with you, too. I think
we've been having fits with that microphone for weeks. So,
all right, talking to both of them. Let me see if I can hear you.
All right, can you hear me?
Cannot. But we have been told that whoever's on that mic comes out loud and clear over the air.
Damon, can you hear these guys?
You need to move the mic in between the two.
Oh, okay, y'all work off the same microphone.
All right, we'll work off the same mic.
That's the top of my list tomorrow. All right, let's talk about Quail Forever. You guys have been around for a while. Big Rock chapter on 630 out here. There's a Big Rock. That's kind of where the name came from, and you all do tremendous work.
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to operate in the state of Arkansas as a team of biologists putting habitat on the ground for quail without the Big Rock chapter. And, we have 7 active chapters across the state of Arkansas, all volunteers, all hosting annual banquets and doing fundraiser events just so they can support our quail mission and putting habitat back on the ground.
All right, you all been at this a little while. Let me turn my microphone up. been at it a little while and having great success in getting landowners in Arkansas to join
Yes.
the fight, so to speak.
Yes. Yeah, Arkansas is 90% owned by the land mass in Arkansas is 90% private lands. So when you're looking at the big picture of quail and quail habitat, private lands are what we have to address to bring quail back on the landscape. And we're seeing quail come back. A lot of folks are telling stories again. They're going out and they're hearing quail whistling, and it's really because of the work we're putting on the ground.
I was just getting ready to pass the hat for quail, but Stuart took it away from me and put it back behind me where I can't reach it. A brand new Stetson. But, tell us how the formula works. I know we know kind of how Ducks Unlimited does its thing, and are y'all different, similar? How does that work?
Yeah, we are a nonprofit organization, and largely in Arkansas, we're operating on funds raised by our wonderful volunteer chapters, and we also work very closely with Arkansas Game and Fish Commission and USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service. So we rely on those federal and state partnerships to help. We help them implement their cost share programs for landowners to put habitat on the ground.
Environmentally, what do quails do for us? Our quail, I should say.
Quail are, we like to think of quail as an umbrella species. So quail need bunch grasses for nesting. They need a lot of insects. A quail chick cannot make it to adulthood without insects and eating that protein. We put a lot of prescribed fire on the ground to encourage bunch grasses, to encourage wildflowers, so that every spring and into the summer when we have those quail hatches, those quail chicks are ready to go, and they can make it to adulthood. So
it has been a long time coming, and I'm going to say we're going to start around 1995, 96, when the Forest Service in the Mena area, not Mena, but the Waldron area really started that.
Right.
And with the prescribed burning and the on a large scale. And now Game and Fish is doing that as a matter of course on the wildlife management areas. When they prescribe a habitat restoration project on private land, prescribed fire is one of the first things they do, along with selective timber harvest. What does that do for bobwhites?
That creates the habitat bobwhite needs. So when and you're exactly right, and we're trying to increase prescribed fire and open up the timber canopy on private lands adjacent to those public land WMAs to create more habitat. So we're opening up the canopy of the forest, we're allowing sunlight to hit the ground, and that's allowing the vegetation on the ground to come up that quail need for cover, to escape predators, to find food. Prescribed fire is the most important thing we can do.
I'm sure there are people out there in our listening audience tonight going like, "What's a quail sound like?" and let me just say this: for those people who have never been out in the country, out in the wild, and heard quail, I mean, it makes your day when you hear them.
It does.
When I'm growing up in Helena, West Helena, on the edge of town, there was a big field, some cattle and whatever, and we would go out there and hear the quail. I lived on Little Red River years ago, for 4.5 years. They shut down a golf course. Well, it became a habitat for quail, and early in the morning you would take walks just for that. Yeah. It's special.
There's no better feeling than hearing that whistle of a bobwhite in the spring. It just sends chills right down your spine.
And it's one of those life memories that you will never forget. If you're ever fortunate enough to see one sitting on top of a wooden fence post with his chest bowed out and letting it rip, it just does something to you.
And the only other thing that might beat that is if you flush a covey of them, and you just feel a rush.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
I was just wanted to add here, you had asked how we are different from other conservation organizations. And all conservation organizations do a great job. Never want to take anything away from the deltas and the DUs and the Rocky Mountain elk, which I guess we do have a chapter or two here of Rocky Mountain elk, but our fundraising is grassroots, and our funds will stay in the state. Each chapter decides where to spend our money.
All right, hold that thought, Stuart Smith. Be back to talk more about Quail Forever.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
This is David Basil for my bank, Simmons Bank. I love the fact that Simmons Bank started in Pine Bluff way back in 1903 with a little over $3,000 in deposits, and over the last 122 years, they've grown to 6 states, 200 locations, and $27 billion in assets. But the best thing is, they've never forgotten where home is. They're committed to helping Arkansans reach their dreams. Whether it's a home loan or money for home improvements, Simmons Bank wants to help. They can turn the equity in your home into a line of credit or help take your business to the next level. Just start by going online and opening an account at SimmonsBank.com. It's that simple. And if you haven't noticed, Simmons Bank is in the community because they live where you live. Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Simmons Bank Field at War Memorial Stadium, and Simmons Bank Field and Pavilions at UAPB. Just some of the venues that Simmons Bank supports. And congrats to Simmons for hosting the second Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens at Pleasant Valley Country Club. Another outstanding job. Well done. And if you haven't noticed, I am proud to call Simmons Bank my bank.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
This is Justin Acree. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
For 55 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility supplies, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. Ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at SigmaSupply.com. Call or text sales manager David Breitenberg at 501-617-4600 and ask for the Buzz discount now because it's there. And remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply that is now part of Brady Plus, you've got low-grade product, man.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Welcome back to Rex Zucker's Arkansas Outdoors. If you want to score the football game, our sister station, Windows 6.7, has the game on. We hope you're enjoying tonight's show. We're talking to folks from Quail Forever Big Rock Chapter. Brian Hendricks looking over a little literature. One of the fun things about your banquet, which is a huge fundraiser for you all, is you have auction items and some really, really good things.
Yeah, we have our regular silent auction, and we have our live auction where we'll have prints and usually a weapon. We also have our whiskey bottle auction raffle up there on the live auction. And this year's whiskey bottle gun will be a Benelli Ethos that we are really excited to offer this year.
So explain that to me.
Well,
the whiskey auction?
So we'll have 12 bottles of Bird Dog whiskey is what we usually get, and we'll auction them. One will be on the silent auction, so whoever's the high winner on the silent auction will get a chance into the whiskey bottle raffle, and then one will be on the high tier raffle bucket. Whoever wins that gets in. And then I think we have 10 others that will be on the table, or we might do 9 on the table and we'll have a deck of cards for another one. So then all the winners get up there and we do a reverse countdown, pull one number out. If you're number 9, the first number picked, sorry you didn't win, but you get to take somebody with you. And you pull the next one out, and that's the next loser, I guess to say. But in the big picture is Quail are the big winner. So
and last time I attended the bank, that was a big deal. Everybody got real excited about that.
Yes, yeah, we really like the whiskey bottle raffle, and the other big thing that we are a very family friendly event. We have a huge kids table. Kids, and parents don't have to pay anything for a kid to go home with a prize. And it's just like a raffle prize. Every kid will get a raffle ticket. They call their name up. They get to go pick whatever's on the table that they want to get. And there's some pretty nice. We've had drones up there, nice fishing kits. We've had a ton of other stuff.
Always a Red Ryder.
BB guns. We've had
your
some.
Eye out, kid.
Yeah. Red Ryder BB guns. We've had some bow kits, just like starter bows, and yeah, it's great. And just seeing the excitement of the kids. I remember last year we had one. She made a beeline right to that prize. It was like she was just waiting, and it hadn't been picked. And she went up there, snatched it up, and went right back to her seat. She knew exactly what she wanted.
I don't know if it's Red Ryder, but is there still a BB gun company?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Daisy BB guns. That was the Red Ryder BB gun in the Christmas Story movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Benelli Ethos, is that a 20 or a 28 gauge?
It's the 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
Yeah, we got a 12 gauge.
All right. Well, that's a great gun, and it's one of the Benelli inertia operated ones.
Yes.
Fantastic. So
yeah, and we've got some other great weapons that will be there. Smith & Wesson 686 357 Magnum. Franke Intensity, that's a 12 gauge. It's a black model, so you can use it for duck hunting. We'll have a CZ 1020, a semi-automatic from CZ. It's a nice semi-automatic. A Colt 1911 38 Supra, and we got a Ruger American 400 Legend.
Oh, watch out! That's what I've been after.
Yeah, we got one of those that'll be available, and we also. This is a really nice one, the Ruger Carbon X22. It's a 1022, and it's got a threaded barrel, so we can we'll probably tag that along with Silencer Central's free silencer to go with that. So if you win that off of whatever table we're going to put it on, then you get a silencer with it.
Right. We talked about locally in Arkansas about the comeback of quail. What about nationally? How's everything shaping up?
It's, quail across their entire range. It's no secret they're struggling all across the Southeast. But there are states, particularly Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri. We've seen recent booms in populations. Those are some states that are really hitting prescribed fire pretty heavy. So we're seeing quail come back in pockets, but overall they're still a struggling species.
They have so many different predators. One thing I think first time we had you all on, I think Leslie was with us too, talking about when a quail is born, it's the size of a bumblebee.
Yes.
It doesn't last very long.
It doesn't last very long, and it's delicious to a whole lot of things. So they're small, but they're mobile. Their little legs are running the minute they hatch. So that's why cover is so important for quail.
Yeah, because the way that works is they've got to have bare ground that they can get around under with bunch grass over them to shield them from sunlight and rain and predators. And they, you talk about little blue stem and big blue stem and gamma grass and all that. That gives them that sandy area that they can run around underneath and grow up.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. That's what they need. That and a whole turkey poults, same situation.
Yeah, same situation. And what's good for quail is what a lot of people are getting it now. But what's good for quail is good for turkeys, is good for deer, is good for a lot of things.
Yeah. Quail are the umbrella species. So if you open the umbrella for quail, you're going to create habitat for white-tailed deer, for wild turkey, for pollinators, the monarch butterfly, and we have over 400 species of native bees in Arkansas. If Leslie was here, she'd be touting native bees, and that's really important to us because pollinators are incredibly important. And by creating quail habitat, we're benefiting a whole lot of animals.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to take a break. Talking with folks from Quail Forever, the Big Rock chapter. We'll making a comeback. We'll continue conversation right after this.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
It's a tough time, injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
You'll never know about Arkansas weather, but you can predict huge savings during Gwatney Buick GMC's Forecast Frenzy. The sale is crazy as an Arkansas weather map. Tomorrow could be a blizzard. Be ready with a 2026 4x4 Sierra up to 20% under MSRP, or a 2026 Canyon 4x4 at just $399 per month. 2 days later might be a heat wave, and Gwatney Buick GMC has numerous pre-owned SUVs with removable tops in stock. And if the weekend's a monsoon, the front-wheel drive 2026 Encore GX will get you there at just $199 per month. Gwatney Buick GMC's Forecast Frenzy sale. You never know about Arkansas weather, but according to Radar, the savings are coming in hot. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Call 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit. Sierra based on MSRP of $55,370 with loyalty. Canyon and Encore are low mileage leases. See dealer for details.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
This is Anthony Lucas, here to tell you about my favorite spot in Little Rock, Corky's. Sure, Corky's may look all ribs and barbecue on the outside, but did you know Corky's was also nominated for Central Arkansas's best catfish? And don't get me started on their chicken, shrimp, and nachos.
Those Big Joe burgers, Anthony.
Big Joe, when did you get here?
You really stealing my thunder, Anthony. Corky's is my place.
No way you love Corky's like me, Joe.
Talk to me when you have your own menu item, Lucas.
Corky's ribs and barbecue.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Time now to talk to Neil Atkinson from the Saracen Casino Resort. National Championship game well underway, Neil.
Yes, sir. It's been a physical game. A little bit low scoring compared to what the over and under was. I think the over and under went off at 47. At halftime, Indiana right now on Bet Saracen is a 15.5-point favorite. They were a 14.5-point favorite when it first went to halftime. But the money that's come in during that time has pushed it to 15.5. The over and under for the whole game is now down to only 31.5. So expecting a lower scoring second half, no more than 21 points. If you think it's going to go over 21 points, you can get in and get a live bet in and bet that over.
Hawks play tomorrow night against Vandy.
They do, and Arkansas at home is a 1.5-point favorite. Andy lost a close one to Florida on the road on Saturday. The over and under is 172.5. It's a pretty good total. We've already got all of the scoring specials and all of the double R props on the site, so you can check those out also.
And so it's halftime of the national championship game. What kind of wagers can you make at half?
Oh, you can. We still got a lot of the player props up. I mean, you can bet on the half. You can bet on the full game. You can bet the money line three-way. You can see if it's going to be a tie. We've even got player props up where you can still bet the anytime touchdown, passing player props, receiving player props. There's still a big menu of which you can bet even though the game's going on.
Neil, always a pleasure to talk to you, and let's see how this game turns out, okay?
All right. Good luck, everybody, and take care.
Download the app, betsaracen.com.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and just a reminder that anybody that wants to catch this show after we're off the air, you can pick it up on YouTube, usually the day after, and pick up what you missed. See Ray's beautiful face online and all that.
That's for the garden calendar.
And we're talking about all this cold weather, and we've just been begging for it. All the duck hunters have to kind of freeze things up north, and we finally got it. And Cameron Nestorenko has been driving all over the state, or all over where the part of the state where the ducks are, and he has graced us with his presence tonight to tell us how do you do.
I don't know if we can get him on that mic, Brian. So let's go.
Let's do a little.
Let's continue right here, and let's talk about tickets for the banquet, etc.
All right. Okay. So if you're interested in coming to our banquet, February 28th, at the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church, Saturday, February 28th, you can find our event on Facebook, Big Rock Chapter of Quail Forever. You can also get the tickets at quailforever.org. You go to the events tab, press that events tab, and we should be at the very top there. We're going to have some. I talked about the guns earlier that we'll have available there. We've got a thermal scope that's been donated to us. A Argentina dove hunt, that's always popular. A PK Grill, Gadsden's has blessed us with a 2-night stay in one of their luxury lodges there. And I'm working right now. I went to North Dakota earlier, late October of 25, and talked to the people there, and working on trying to get a trip donated to go up there for a week. It's very cost effective, so it was a blast. Saw a lot of birds, a lot of pheasants, not chuckers, wrong area. A lot of pheasants and huns and sharptails, and I need to go to the range.
Yeah, I tell you what, North Dakota is one of those unsung gems as far as bird hunting goes. One of the last great destinations still around.
It really is. It was very nice. It was cold too.
All right, I want to bring my family to the event. What's it going to cost me?
Tickets are, you can get them online. Tickets for a couple will be $60. That's right, 60. Yeah. Now I'm second guessing myself. $60, and kids tickets I think will remain at $15 right now. So you can bring your family and get in, and you'll have tons of fun. We're, like I said, we're a family-friendly event. We will have alcohol there, but everybody behaves themselves. You won't be embarrassed to bring your wife, your girlfriend, or your children to our event.
And it's always a great event if you like good fellowship with people of like minds. And that's one thing about quail hunters and people that are interested in quail. That's a fraternity and a fellowship and a sisterhood that all wrapped into one. And it's an event unlike any other.
I'd be remiss to say, first of all, we want to always thank all of our sponsors and people that come and support us and donate their goods to us.
You got a list of them there?
I don't have the full list,
okay.
But I do have. We do have table sponsorships. Table sponsorships to come to the event start at $600. You can go online under those at that events tab, and it lists all the table sponsorships. There's also a non-table sponsorship that starts at $300. So Riverside Grocery will be back this year, and we've expanded the menu. We're going to have catfish and chicken. We're also having barbecue pulled pork, potato salad, coleslaw, green beans. We're blowing that out this year because it's our 10th anniversary.
Brian, you're licking your chops over
Well,
there.
I'm going to have to, go on a little diet here before that comes up so I can make some room for all that. But, yeah, that's
and there's
always...
free beer.
Oh, watch out now.
I went silent on that.
Yeah, just one final thought. When you talk about the interrelatedness, the connectivity of species between species, we were talking a little bit about 1996 and the beginning of efforts in the Waldron, area. That all began with restoring the farthest northern western edge of red-cockaded woodpecker habitat. And they, Forest Service determined that that's where it was. That was the farthest extent of it. And under the Endangered Species Act, they were able to restore that pine savanna area of that whole thing there. And one of the things that occurred was the profusion of bobwhite quail, because when they started to cut those trees and prescribe fire there, all the seed bank of native grasses and everything that had been in the soil for all those generations, once it got burnt and sunlight got to the ground, all that stuff came back up. And so one of the unexpected benefits, in addition to restoring an endangered species, was the resurgence of bobwhite quail. And there's a place they used to call there Seven Covey Road that was kind of the center of all that, where you could go down. But the quail hunting there is still really, really good if you don't mind, really getting a workout and every now and then falling down and gashing your knees and tearing the knees out of your pants and everything, because it is rough country, but it's worth it.
How many people still have dogs that used to hunt quail?
Probably not very many anymore, but if the momentum continues and it becomes a thing that people can do again, you'll see that come back. I think, like now. How many people do you see duck hunting now, Cameron, that have Boykin Spaniels and Springer Spaniels and stuff like that, where it used to be all Labrador Retrievers, and now people are starting to get these multi-purpose dogs back. And anyway, we're gonna get Cameron on a mic over here pretty soon so we can talk to him. But it's all good, and quail hunting used to be huge, used to be bigger in Arkansas up until about the late '60s than duck hunting is. And we can have that back, and I think we're on a trajectory to do that.
I'm not sure if we'll ever get it back to the 60s, but we can get it back to where it's huntable.
Yeah.
It's about habitat.
Yep.
I mean, we've always had predators, but the quail didn't have a place to go to get away from the predators.
Nothing like walking through the grasses and you flush out a covey of quail.
Scare the bejesus out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Ryan and Stuart, appreciate you guys very much.
Thank you so much for having us on, and thanks for supporting Quail Forever.
All right, and I'll tell you what, when we get closer to your banquet, we'll get you to call in for about a 5-minute window just to tell folks what's going on, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you guys.
And so we are back again to talk with with Cameron Nestorenko, who's been driving all over the state chasing ducks, and I think that Cameron has finally found some. But he's not going to tell us where.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've said that about 30 times this year, where I said, "Hey, I think we might do pretty good in the morning."
Pull your microphone up and talk into it, young man.
I said we might do pretty good in the morning, and next thing you know, clear skies. So it's been a rough year duck hunting, to say the least.
Well, but we got this big push of cold weather, and it's just going to get colder and colder as the week gets on, and that should push some down to us.
I'm very interested to see what happens. It could go two ways. It's either going to push the ducks out that we have, or more ducks are going to show up. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen on that. We've had a couple big cold fronts, or not very big cold fronts throughout the year so far, but whenever we've got them, it just haven't seen the ducks that we're expecting to show up. So maybe this is the big one. This is one we keep hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, I've got to take a pause here again. Thanks to the folks from Quail Forever, Big Rock chapter coming in. Special event. We'll give you the dates again before we get through this evening. Back after this.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hi, this is Joe Klein, former Razorback and owner of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
And I'm Anthony Lucas, also a proud former Razorback and Corky's Barbecue regular customer.
We may represent different sports in different decades, but all generations of hogs agree.
Corky's is the only place to get the most delicious ribs and barbecue at a winning price.
So stop into Corky's now and every day for never-ending specials.
Corky's,
where the hogs come home, baby.
Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, make Doublebee's Convenience Stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in and around central Arkansas, there's a location near you. Stop by your nearest Doublebee's location and get a hot and fresh Doublebee's blend cup of coffee. It's always hot and fresh. And don't forget your favorite snacks. Many locations have hot delis where you can pick up a hot breakfast sandwich to start your day off right. Remember, it's Doublebee's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
This is David Basil for my bank, Simmons Bank. I love the fact that Simmons Bank started in Pine Bluff way back in 1903 with a little over $3,000 in deposits, and over the last 122 years, they've grown to 6 states, 200 locations, and $27 billion in assets. But the best thing is, they've never forgotten where home is. They're committed to helping Arkansans reach their dreams. Whether it's a home loan or money for home improvements, Simmons Bank wants to help. They can turn the equity in your home into a line of credit or help take your business to the next level. Just start by going online and opening an account at SimmonsBank.com. It's that simple. And if you haven't noticed, Simmons Bank is in the community because they live where you live. Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Simmons Bank Field at War Memorial Stadium, and Simmons Bank Field and Pavilions at UAPB. Just some of the venues that Simmons Bank supports. And congrats to Simmons for hosting the second Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens at Pleasant Valley Country Club. Another outstanding job. Well done. And if you haven't noticed, I am proud to call Simmons Bank my bank.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Just when I thought I had Brian where I wanted him, he walked out the door. That's probably a good thing. Cameron Nesserenko is in with us. He is one of the more avid outdoors people I know. He loves to hunt, loves to fish. He's got bark sticking out of his ears. I mean, he's always out there. But you're not. Have you ever killed a quail?
I've never killed a quail.
I thought you were an outdoorsman.
I might have seen a few in Arkansas before, maybe when I was younger. I know I've seen them in Kansas before, but that's just one of those things that's never kind of came across my table. I'm sure I'd love it, though.
All right, duck season in Arkansas is just about over. You two guys rated on a 1 to 10.
1 being the worst. It's it's one of those things though. If you're in a place that had water, you did okay.
If you were able to stack all the variables in your favor, you might do all right.
Yeah.
If not, if you're just a guy that's going out there and chasing water and trying to find where the ducks are at day to day, I would say maybe a 3, maybe.
That's about right.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm 29. It's definitely the roughest season I've ever had.
I had a good hunt at Augusta last Thursday, and that was decent. I mean, the ones I've been on have been good, but I feel for all the people out there that have really been hard after it that just haven't had it this year.
Right. Well, it's just there's a bunch of combinations to it, mainly the lack of water, but the lack of water also creates a lot more pressure on the little spots of water there might be. And so, man, the ducks, they're not dumb. They have to make that journey from up north, and they've got to figure it out the whole way, and they're getting shot at the whole way. And so once they get down here and there's just puddles with, a bunch of different groups all in one puddle, they don't like that, and they want to go hunker down somewhere else.
That's right.
Duck
Can't blame them.
Duck hunting in Arkansas had a huge economic impact for a number of years. Last few years, and are we going to see a point where people stop coming down here from other states?
At some point, they probably have to, because you're not going to keep coming to a place, It's a matter of, we were talking about the quail. It's all about habitat up north. And so the thing up there is they've got to have snow in Canada in the wintertime, and they haven't been having it. Mm-hmm. So the ponds there that the ducks breed in, when they get up there, there's no place for them to go. So the ducks have been going farther north to breed in what they call the boreal forest areas. And, and you also have to, Cameron, you can't overlook the impact that September hunting has in Saskatchewan and Manitoba, where they're getting all those young ducks. That's getting to a number that matters. And I'm going to differ with the wildlife management agencies that say harvest doesn't have an impact. Well, it most certainly has to, because I've read in certain sources that we have our lowest duck population that we've had since the Great Depression, and that's what those were the Dust Bowl and all that. Mm-hmm. Those were the conditions that brought us the Pittman-Robertson Act and all the things like that. So, over harvest, I think does matter, and when they start in them on September and they run that gauntlet all the way down here, it matters a lot, I think.
I could definitely see how people would be saying that there's a lack of ducks, like, and population wise. I don't know how much truth there is to that, because there could be just a lot of ducks in places that people aren't getting to, big sanctuaries, big private places, things like that. But I think this year we just kind of got hit with all the worst factors we could get: no water, bad weather, things not going on great up north. So it's just kind of a combination of all the factors, and then the pressure that we're putting on them as well.
But we're also into like our 99, 2000, I think it was our last really great season. And it's kind of been going steadily downhill since, until I think we've hit critical mass the last 4 or 5 years. It's been a long time.
Whenever, I graduated high school in 2015. From 2010 to 2020, seem pretty good for us. You know, we've had a few hit or miss years here and there. But you know, it'll be, you know, kind of a bad first start to the season or bad end to the season. But at some point during the Arkansas duck season, we'll have water and we'll have cold weather for a week or two, and you know, you can get your hunting in, then everything's great. You know, conditions are going to change, but that just hasn't seemed to happen this year. So who knows? Maybe something might happen with this big blizzard coming.
So I promoted you being on the show tonight, talking about wintertime bass fishing. And
did you?
I know you deer hunt and duck hunt. When do you go back to get that rod and reel out?
I've already been sitting back on the couch, getting motivated, watching all my fishing videos, and kind of looking at my stuff lately. So as soon as duck season's over, it's full steam into fishing season. I'm kind of looking forward to it this year because I'm getting a little burnt out on the duck hunting.
You get your boat straightened out?
No, not yet. Still working on that. Might have to borrow my dad's boat for a little bit, so we'll see how that goes.
You know, you've been keeping track of things for a while. You know, you fish a lot. And what are the up and comings and the down and goings as far as bass lakes are going right now?
You talking about just like conditions wise, or
yeah?
just...
Is Ouachita and DeGray? I know those.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Hamilton's great. Which lakes are really coming up?
Yeah, all those lakes, Hamilton, DeGray, Ouachita. This would be a really good time if you want to catch a really big bass. This is the time of year to go do it. This is when the big ones eat. You know, it's cold out there. You go out there with the right gear, find shad, kind of find where they're living. They're still biting right now, even though it's cold. After this big blizzard comes through, it should get pretty good.
Live scope, you in or out?
I'm kind of on the fence. I don't like it. I have to use it just to be able to compete with people. But I would prefer that I don't. I like the intuition of things and.
Amen.
You know, but it's you know, it's a tool in the toolbox. You definitely can't rely on 100% time. You know, if you're a guy that's just going to go out there and just stare at that screen all day long and you think you're going to do good, you're going to have to figure something else out.
You know, one of the best crappie fishermen I know finally took the leap and got that.
Mm-hmm.
He says he catches more fish and bigger fish than ever, but it's taken the fun out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. It's, you know, I mean, it's really kind of playing a video game. You know, it's kind of you see your fish, see the bait. They're either going to bite it or they're not. Now, you still have to find where the fish live. Like, it's not like you just put your trolling motor down in the water and boom, there they are. Like, you still need to know where they live and everything, but it takes a lot of second guessing. Like, for instance, you pull up on a brush pile. You know, in years past, you'd pull up on a brush pile. You don't necessarily know if they're in there or not. You're going to have to make a couple of casts, and you're also going to have to line up and hit the brush pile.
Mm-hmm.
Now you pan over to it, look at it, and you say, all right, there's no fish there. Oh, there's 4 fish there. And so, you know, makes things a lot more time efficient. That's what I like to use it for. I'm not really the biggest fan of just chasing fish with it, but for, like, looking at structure, panning over at a bridge piling or a brush pile or stump row, something like that, and you can line up on it. You can make the exact cast you need to make, and you can see if fish are there, you know, or they're not, you know, in real time. So it is nice for that.
So you got high school fishing, you got college fishing. Are they allowed to use live scope in their events?
As far as I know, most tournaments you're allowed to use live scope. I know there's a few clubs that have like banned live scope. I know in the professional world, it seems like they're trying to split up 50-50. So 50% of the tournaments you don't get to use live scope, and 50% you do. I kind of like that format.
It's interesting how that is, because in the first half when you can use it, the people that are in tune with it just clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half of the tournament, they can't. And the people that are good with tactics that don't involve that,
Right.
they do well. And it does seem to have evened things up some.
I kind of like that, especially it's a random draw on the lakes that they do. From what I can tell, they draw a lake. You can either use it or you can't. I like that.
All right, well, we're going to take us a break here on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're visiting with Cameron Nestorenko, and we're talking all things outdoors, duck hunting, bass fishing, crappie fishing, and live scope. And we're going to continue it on the other side of the break, so stay with us.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, make Double B's convenience stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in and around central Arkansas, there's a location near you. Stop by your nearest Double B's location and get a hot and fresh Double B's blend cup of coffee. It's always hot and fresh. And don't forget your favorite snacks. Many locations have hot delis where you can pick up a hot breakfast sandwich to start your day off right. Remember, it's Double B's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hi, this is Joe Klein, former Razorback and owner of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
And I'm Anthony Lucas, also a proud former Razorback and Corky's Barbecue regular customer.
We may represent different sports in different decades, but all generations of hogs agree.
Corky's is the only place to get the most delicious ribs and barbecue at a winning price.
So stop into Corky's now and every day for never-ending specials.
Corky's,
where the hogs come home, baby.
Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Never know about Arkansas weather, but you can predict huge savings during Gwatney Buick GMC's Forecast Frenzy. The sale is crazy as an Arkansas weather map. Tomorrow could be a blizzard. Be ready with a 2026 4x4 Sierra up to 20% under MSRP, or a 2026 Canyon 4x4 at just $399 per month. 2 days later might be a heat wave, and Gwatney Buick GMC has numerous pre-owned SUVs with removable tops in stock. And if the weekend's a monsoon, the front-wheel drive 2026 Encore GX will get you there at just $199 per month. Gwatney Buick GMC's Forecast Frenzy sale. You never know about Arkansas weather, but according to Radar, the savings are coming in hot. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Call 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit Sierra based on MSRP of $55,370 with loyalty. Canyon and Encore are low mileage leases. See dealer for details.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're in the home stretch last lap here, visiting with Cameron Nestorenko, who has taken some time to leave a really nice situation in Augusta and come down and visit with us. And welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm always glad to hang out with you guys.
So, we're talking about this cold weather, Cameron, and I spent a couple of days up on the White River trout fishing, and trout stream is always cold, cool. But when you get, it was 14 degrees yesterday when we started out, and you get a nice wind blowing down in your face. No matter which way you go on a river, it's always in your face, either up or down.
Yeah.
And we caught them. I'm going to tell you this, that the brown trout are in full spawn mode. We were catching them off the bank, on the bank. I mean, right on the bank practically with just, stick baits. And all the browns that we caught were spitting eggs. As soon as we got them to the boat, just spitting eggs everywhere. But the rainbows were good. And I'm going to tell you that, with the regulations, there's been a lot of reduced pressure on the White River, because of the regulations that they put in place because of the failure at the trout hatchery. But the rainbows are just in fantastic condition. They're fat. They've grown a few inches. There's been kind of less harvest of them. The fish that we saw, all of them are just in fantastic condition.
Man, I would love to get up there sometime, Little Red or White River here. After duck season, when I can think straight and I can actually focus on other things, I would love to go do that.
All right, for somebody who doesn't trout fish a lot and they're going to wade fish, talk about the reds.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Like I said,
I brought that up because when I lived on the river, the guy says, reds. I had no idea what a red was at the time.
A red is a spawning bed in a river where the trout get up there and they put they spawn there, fan out their nest, put their eggs, and brown trout spawn naturally in our streams. Rainbows, I don't think do, or they might try it, but the brown. So when you get to those areas, and those are known areas, anglers all know them. Find out where they are, but also pay attention to where if you're wade fishing and you see an area that's just looks different on the bottom, that's probably a spawning area. Do not walk in it. That whole area from Bull Shoals Dam really down past the state park at Bull Shoals is off limits. You can't fish that during the spawning season at all, I don't think, and that's a good thing. And it's.
So they lay their eggs in gravel.
In the gravel.
Yeah.
And, the current flowing over that, they've got to have a certain amount of current that keeps everything churned up and turned over, and that's how we get our brown trout, because Game and Fish doesn't put them in there. Those are all naturally occurring.
And we have some new regulations.
And I haven't studied them real closely, but I think, and most of the anglers think that, the anglers that aren't your put and take anglers think that this is a really good thing. Kind of cut down the limits, what you can keep, and I think we're going to see quality of fishing improve in Arkansas.
And in the state newspaper, your newspaper, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, if you go to the Pine Bluff section, either today or yesterday, was a nice little article about that.
Yeah, a really nice article, and we had it also on the Sunday Outdoors page, but need to know that stuff before you go up there. If you want to fish, brush up on your regulations, because they will be enforcing that pretty aggressively, and you need to know what you're doing when you go up there. It's not the way it used to be.
I've said this a number of times. I would trout fish. Excuse me, where's my voice? Trout fish on the Little Red, and see a guy catch a trout, nice sized trout, and take it and chunk it. I don't mean I'm just chunking it across the river. If you catch one, lower him down in the water and let him go.
Well, I would go for brim fishing, crappie, whatever you're doing. Respect your game. This is one of the things that has always bothered me, especially with the attitude that a lot of duck hunters have. Shoot them in the face and all that. What we do in hunting, we're taking lives, we're killing stuff. Man, have some respect for your game.
It's not about the Instagram picture.
That's right. That's right.
That's go across the board for hunting, fishing, anything that we care about. Respect the resource.
Yep. But yeah, we've got a good thing here in Arkansas. We can do it all. We've got great deer. If you know where to go, we got quail coming back. Turkeys are coming back. If you lucky enough to draw an elk permit, we have that, and our fishing is about as good as it gets.
You said the word turkey without trembling.
I tremble on the inside when I talk about it. I've been watching a lot of videos, and I tell you what, we were talking about, the way it makes you feel when you hear a bobwhite. When you hear a turkey gobble, it's
chill
like
down
that
your spine.
Yeah.
All right, before we close out here again, a special thanks to the folks, Big Rock chapter of Quail Forever. Their 10th annual banquet is coming up on February the 28th, the last day of the month. The doors open at 4:30. It'll be at the Greek Orthodox Church over on Napa Valley Drive. You can go to their website and find out they got all kinds of wonderful auction items, and it's a fun event.
Yeah, it is a fun event, and all conservation really depends on the generosity of sportsmen. We pay for it in Pittman-Robertson taxes, which is a federal excise tax. We pay for it with our hunting and fishing licenses. Same with Dingle Johnson with the fishing end of the thing, which is the exact same as Pittman-Robertson for fishing. It's a user benefit network, unlike any in the world. We've got the best there is. So your conservation dollars depends on your own generosity.
All right, folks, hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Crazy weather coming in. I meant to ask Damon about it, but I forgot to do that. Anyway, it's coming in around the weekend or whatever. And so stay tuned. Check out the TV weather guys, and I'm sure Damon slips his way on the air. He'll be talking about things, too. All right, stay warm out there, folks.